Coming up, strawberries. How a Cherokee farmer connects the roots of the berry and his heritage.
I see the earth as life. We got to take care of what takes care of us.
And we go back to the roots of the famous Stillwell Strawberry Festival and learn the Cherokee origin story that makes it the fruit of reconciliation. Plus the rootsy red dirt music of Cherokee songstress Monica Taylor.
There's a table set for two. The window above that diner down in Burlington.
And she's addicted to quilting. Meet Betty Kirk, a Cherokee grandmother with a sewing habit and a will to teach the Cherokee language.
A, E, O, U,
The Cherokees.
A thriving American Indian tribe.
Our history.
Our culture.
Our people.
Our future.
The principles of a historic nation.
Sewn into the fabric of a modern world.
Hundreds of thousands strong.
Learning. Growing.
Succeeding.
And steadfast.
In the past, we have persevered through struggle.
But the future is ours to write.
Osiyo.
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 These are the voices of the Cherokee people.
Osiyo, I'm Principal Chief Bill John Baker. Welcome to the Cherokee Nation and OsiyoTV. This is how we share our culture, our heritage, our history, and our language with you. Wado.
Osiyo, it's how we say hello in Cherokee. I'm your host, Jennifer Lauren, at the Cherokee Heritage Center in Park Hill, Oklahoma. When the Cherokee people first arrived here in Indian Territory, it's said that much of this land was covered with wild strawberries. Cherokee people have a storied history farming strawberries, specifically in the Stillwell, Oklahoma area, where we caught up with a young Cherokee family carrying on the strawberry farming legacy.
I see the earth as life. We got to take care of what takes care of us. I didn't grow up learning about farming. I had to teach myself and learn from others around me, people that were close around me, and picked it up that way. With all the advances in technology, I mean, we have lost our touch to the planet. I mean, everywhere you go, somebody's got their head in a cell phone. I mean, I'm not excluding myself from that. And being busy outside takes you away from that. Takes you away from that type of world, and you learn to appreciate the beauty of nature. The work's hard, but the reward that comes with the hard work that you see every day. When I go out there and I plant 25, 30,000 strawberry plants in less than 8 months, I'm gonna be reaping what I sowed. You're always facing a different problem every day. You never really have everything totally whipped. It's every day you learn something new. And that makes the job fun. I mean, you know, if you get up, repetition is the most boring thing to me that you could ever encounter. So farming fits me very well because I don't like repetition. I like to have a different challenge when I get up, and I like to see what the day brings after that. I was coming to the end of my senior year in high school, and I was looking for something to do to make money and not have to go to a job every single day. And just took off from there, and my dad and I jumped in head first, and we're doing it full time now.
It teaches you dedication, perseverance, commitment. You know, you decide you're gonna do this, you have to go in, you can't do it just halfway, it's either all or none. And And it's one of the things I'm proud of him for. He's jumped in and decided he's going to do it. He's gone all or none, and he's all the way in.
With my dad being around here all of his life, teaching school and coaching football and basketball, there's not a whole lot of people we don't know in the whole county. Just kind of neat that we know everybody and everybody knows us, and we try to call everybody by name. This is the strawberry capital of the world, and at one time there was over 4,000 acres grown in Adair County. I met my wife in school at Kansas High School, and really didn't think that a guy like me had a chance with her, and asked her on a date, and it took off from there. And kind of the best thing ever, not kind of, the best thing that ever happened. Now we have a son, 7-month-old son named Boston. We were at the hospital and with him, and Casey's grandmother came in, and she gave him his Cherokee name, and his Cherokee name is Farmer, but the pronunciation is Digalogiski. It just kind of tickled me to death that she would give him a name like that. There's something about raising my son to be independent and learning how to make money on his own. I don't want to keep him away from anything. If he wants to do something different, that's perfectly fine, but I want him to see this side versus the corporate side of America, you know? It's important that my generation keeps this practice going. The average age of a farmer in the state of Oklahoma is 58.8 years old. And they're saying that the age will soon be over 65 before we know it. We're one of few Cherokee strawberry farmers around still. So for us to pass this down to, you know, another generation or introduce new people to this is really important to us, because we would like to see the name of Stillwell Strawberry carried on for years to come.
On the second weekend in May, the town of Stillwell, Oklahoma becomes alive with its annual Strawberry Festival. As the county seat for Adair County, the town boasts the highest concentration of Cherokee Nation citizens in the country. Strawberries hold a special significance for Cherokee people as a tool of reconciliation. The strawberry's origin stems from a quarrel that separated the first man and the first woman. In an attempt to reunite the couple, the Creator grew the first patch of ripened strawberries in the path of the woman as she departed. The woman was so impressed with the delicious fruit that she was compelled to reconcile with her husband in order to share them with him. Strawberry farming gained popularity in Adair County during the Great Depression. Locals discovered that strawberries thrived in the rocky soil and at one point planted more than 2,000 acres in the area. Stillwell strawberries were soon sought out for their sweet flavor and unique dark coloration. Strawberry growing became so essential to the local economy, the school year revolved around the growing season. Classes ended in April so that children could help pick strawberries for the coming harvest in May. In her article, Oklahoma Springtime, Stillwell columnist Ellen Workman reminisced about her time as a young strawberry picker. She wrote, "It was not only work, a way to help pay for school clothes for the following year. It was also an important part of our social life. In our childhood circles, everybody who was anybody picked strawberries. In 1948, community organizers created the first Stillwell Strawberry Festival to promote one of the town's most important resources. The event was a massive success. The following year, the Oklahoma State Legislature passed a resolution declaring Stillwell the strawberry capital of the world. Every spring since, the festival kicks off with a Saturday morning parade through downtown Stillwell. Decorative floats make up the bulk of the parade, with many of them representing Cherokee people, culture, and Cherokee-owned businesses. Also participating in the parade is the Strawberry Queen, who serves as a spokesperson for the day's events. Like the competition to determine which local farmer can claim to have grown the year's best strawberries. The championship crate consistently brings in anywhere from $2,000 to $3,000 for the farmer. Strawberry Festival weekend became so popular over the years, other attractions were tacked on and are now synonymous with the festival: a carnival, rodeo, and the renowned Bell Powwow. Much as the first Strawberry Patch reunited the first man and woman, for many Cherokees, the annual Stillwell Strawberry Festival is more than a tradition. It's also a reunion. The event draws more than 30,000 visitors every year. Cherokee Nation citizens from all over return to visit with friends and relatives and enjoy the sweet taste of the local strawberries. Monica Taylor is known as the Cimarron Songbird, an Oklahoma singer-songwriter with Cherokee roots. Monica sang for us on the front porch of her dad's pecan farm, a source of inspiration for many of her songs.
My name is Monica Taylor. For probably 25 years, for sure, I've been traveling and playing music in one group, duo, or band or the other. I've sung a lot of harmony down through the years. Southern gospel, I learned a lot there. And then in bluegrass, and then with the Western swing band that I have called the Cherokee Maidens. Growing up, I heard a lot of great country music, AM radio, usually from sitting in the camper shell of the pickup going to a rodeo. I think that was a good way to grow up. Grew up in church, so I grew up singing Southern gospel. We would go to bluegrass festivals. So I got a guitar when I was 4th grade and just been playing and accompanying myself ever since. When I went to OSU, I had a bluegrass band there, and all of them were friends of the Red Dirt music family. So when I was 19, I met the Red Dirt Rangers, before they were the Red Dirt Rangers, and Bob Childers and Jimmy LaFave, and I knew right then that one night I remember hearing everybody picking and grinning with each other under the stars out at the farm, and I knew I'd found my people. And they've been my family ever since. There's a table set up to the window of the diner down in Burrow High School. Candles burning, it's burning down. Nothing but the wicked, it makes no sound in this country town. Well, we are sitting in a barn house in a pecan orchard that my family planted about 35 years ago. And I've lived in different places, but I'm glad I got to come home, be near my folks, and these pretty trees. Perkins, Oklahoma. Sure make a lot of nuts.
Well, we'll see. The squirrels like them.
The squirrels like them, don't they? You want a pecan?
We're not in the pecan business for profit, but
We're in the pecan business for eating.
oh yeah, they eat them good.
Whether I can walk or not, I'm gonna back out my guitar when it's 12 o'clock. When I'm home, I have a lot of garden beds that I like to take care of. The dogs follow me around. Annabelle's the little black and white border collie. This is Merle. As you can tell, he can't get very comfortable. Music sure makes me happy. Writing songs, singing songs. I love to sing with other people, and I think music keeps you young. A lot of my songs are about family. I like to write about rivers, going someplace new. The Great Depression, written some songs about that. Young mother, what do you think of this? Your country is a-crying. The Great Depression's here. It's a lot of fun, but you gotta make a certain amount of money to pay your bills every month, and then you gotta make plans to get new stuff out. With the Cherokee Maidens, we put out 3 CDs in 5 years. And that's a lot of work, coming up with new material and then recording it. I mean, and sometimes you do all of that and you still have more people on the stage than you have in the audience, but you still do it. You sing for those few people because they came out to hear you. The same way you sing for 300 or 400 people or 1,000. You've got to roll with it, and you got to figure out how you can take the things that are tender to you and make them happen. Everybody has something to share. Everybody has something to give. And if you don't, it'll get taken away from you. Young mother, say young mother, why your work is never done. Would you go back to Oklahoma? Oh, would you have never come?
Jalagi, anyone here? Let's talk Cherokee.
The Cherokee syllabary is the writing system invented by Sequoyah. Each character represents a syllable in the Cherokee language. In this syllabary chart, the top row contains the 6 vowel sounds. The subsequent rows include the consonant sounds.
Da,
Da,
mushroom. Dawole,
Dawoli,
Ta,
Ta,
hawk. Tawodi. The hawk caught the fish. Tawodi.
Tawodi,
Ganiya.
Ganiya,
Ajati.
Ajati,
De.
De,
Sack. Degasti.
Degasti,
Te.
Te,
Plate. Taildo.
Tedo,
I dropped a plate and it broke. Taildo.
Tedo,
Go onta.
Go anta,
Ale.
Ale,
Uyojai.
Uyojai.
Betty Kirk is a Cherokee elder whose favorite pastime is sewing and embroidering award-winning quilts for family and friends. But Betty is also a Cherokee speaker and is doing everything she can to pass on our language.
My name is Betty, and I make quilts. I always tell everybody my Cherokee name is Uganost, which means sweet, something sweet, but it's not. My name is Egg. Right now, people would probably know me with my embroidering, and I make the quilt with the girls on them. They're Indian girls with the braids on them. I grew up around the Lawnagee area. It's just right past Cherry Tree. There's a little school out there, and we're not too far from the school. It's just south of here. My grandparents, they more or less raised us. I learned the language from being around it. All the time my grandparents talked Cherokee. That was all that was talked around the house.
How do I say grandfather?
Duda.
I say man.
Osiyo. My grandpa, he would always read the Bible to us, the Cherokee Bible. I went to church where they read Cherokee and preached Cherokee back then. When I first learned how to read Cherokee, I learned from the first chapter in John. Frank Acorn and him. He said all these letters, syllabaries were in this chapter. And he said, once you learn how to read that, you can read the whole Bible. She would sew and pieces of her quilt would fall, where she cut them. And, I would sit there and watch her, and I'd pick up the pieces. And I tried sewing. I've kind of taught myself. The embroidery takes a long time because I do it by hand. I enjoy sewing because it's relaxing to me. I'm going to be honest. When you got 4 boys, it can be stressful. So that was my stress-free, where I could just sit and relax and not worry about nothing. When I get into quilting, it's like I'm in a world of my own, and I can sit and sew all weekend on my day off. Never cook, never clean. I don't have to eat. I can sit there from the time I get off work till it's time to go back. I work at the Man Killer Health Center in Stillwell, and I'm a nurse aide. I like taking care of people. Sometimes I work the appointment desk. Now, if people come in, I know talk Cherokee, I talk Cherokee to them.
Osiyo, Betty.
Osiyo, Faith, because I think they're more comfortable with that. And if they're out in the hall, they might stop me, and I'll sit and talk to them for a little bit. Or they'll ask me questions like, where do I need to go for this? And I try to help them. Dustin Oxford, he tries to learn a word a day. Stuff like, where are you hurting? Things like that. I gave him papers like that he could use. And then there's another one, Dr. Johnson, she's always trying to learn. D. Callie is my granddaughter. I see her a lot, just about every weekend. I try to teach her Cherokee while we're working.
I am just making this quilt for my brother.
Okay, remember you gotta raise up your needle right here. I want to make memories with my kids and my grandkids, and that's why I try to do things with them when they're here. I get outside and play games with them, and they remember it. I tell my boys, make memories with your kids and do things with them, because they're always going to remember what you do with them. I want the kids to learn things that I grew up with. It's just getting lost. I don't want it to get lost. It's important for me to make a quilt for each one of these boys, and I want to make one for all the grandkids too. I want to leave something for all of them. And I want to do it where it has something to say about them. I'm going to sign them, put my name on them, and just put Made with Love by Granny.
We hope you enjoyed our show, and remember, you can watch us online anytime at Osiyo.tv. There is no Cherokee word for goodbye because we know we'll see you again. We say, Dodadago ha'i. Wadell. It's your turn to visit the Cherokee Nation and explore 66,000 acres of lush Oklahoma countryside, scenic lakes and rivers, and engaging cultural attractions like the Cherokee Heritage Center in Park Hill, Oklahoma. Built in 1967, the Cherokee Heritage Center is a great place to immerse yourself in Cherokee culture, history, and art. The Cherokee Heritage Center includes the Cherokee National Museum, the Cherokee Family Research Center, our National Archives, Adams Corner Rural Village, and Diligua, a replica of a 1710 Cherokee village. The site of the Cherokee Heritage Center is itself historic. It's built on the original grounds of the Cherokee National Female Seminary, the first institution of higher learning for women west of the Mississippi. Thousands of women, both Cherokee and non-Cherokee, received world-class educations at the seminary until it burned in 1887. It was rebuilt in Tahlequah, Oklahoma, but today, 3 of the original school's columns mark the entrance to the Heritage Center. Inside, you'll find the Cherokee National Museum, where visitors can learn the history of Cherokee Nation through several exhibits, from our original homelands in the southeastern U.S. across the Trail of Tears to Indian Territory and into Oklahoma statehood and beyond. The gallery space at the Heritage Center is home to the annual Cherokee Homecoming Art Show and Sale and the Trail of Tears Art Show, as well as other temporary and traveling exhibits. Diligua is the most popular cultural attraction in the Cherokee Nation. Situated on the Heritage Center grounds, Diligua is a historically accurate replica of a Cherokee village from the year 1710, after European contact. Visitors take a guided tour of the village and experience authentic Cherokee life and history. Learn the purpose behind each structure and how our Cherokee ancestors made and traded everyday goods, from basket and finger weaving to flint knapping and moccasins. You can even catch a game of stickball. The Cherokee Heritage Center is open year-round. To learn more and to plan your next visit, go to visitcherokeenation.com.